What's going on, y'all? I want to show you guys how I made this beautiful full cap crochet wig using 4 packs of Freetress water wave, color 1B, 14 inches. Love this hair. This is one of my favorite textures or curl patterns. So pretty and natural. I did use both latch hooks. The smaller one is great for the holes that are small on the wig cap, and then that standard size is great for the regular holes, but you can use either one. And then you will need these stick pins to pin your cap down to the mesh dome cap, to pin your wig cap to the wig block. So the only thing about these caps is this lace. We do not need that, and we probably can work around it. I don't want to take any chances, so I always go ahead and cut that out and sew the cap back together. That looks so much better. And make sure you reinforce that front part. You don't want that to unravel as time goes by. So just stitch to the end and then stitch back. All right, so you want to make sure you secure your cap onto your wig block. I separated the hair 3 times. I thought 2 would be good, and see how easy it is to separate this hair. Love that. But I did separate the hair 3 times, and I did space the hair out quite a bit for the back. I say always, be stingy in the back. You can always add more hair if needed. And then for the next row, so as you go up row by row, you want to place the hair between the hair on the previous row. And this is going to be my guide. I'm going to start crocheting the hair around that yellow stick pin. That's going to be our quote unquote closure. And once I reach the crown, this area, I did separate the hair more, so like 4 to 5 times. It's very important that you use the same amount of hair on both sides. You don't want one side to have more hair than the other side. One side would be fuller than the other. You don't want that. So I did about 4 rows. How many rows did I do? I believe I did about 6 rows on the right side. And when I reached the other side, the left side, I did the same amount of rows. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So I'm doing my first row, and then for the next row, like we did in the back, you want to crochet your hair between the pieces of hair on the previous row. I believe it's called the bricklayer method. And keep track of how many rows you do. You can do 1 row on your left side, then go to your right side, do 1 row, or do 2 rows on each. Just go back and forth. But as long as you make sure you have the same amount of hair on both sides, you're good. For the front, I did the knotless method. And I used very small pieces. This is the part that took the most amount of time, but it's so worth it. You get that fullness without it looking all bulky, and you don't see those knots. I am not a fan of those knots. So yeah, I highly recommend using small pieces and doing the knotless method. And with the knotless method, all you're doing is after you loop the hair, you pull only 1 piece through your loop. Now I'm just crocheting the hair using small pieces until I reach my quote unquote closure. My little pin is my guide, and I'm just sewing girl, like I'm doing, you hear me? And I'm just crocheting the hair around my guide. while doing the knotless method for the hair that's going towards the front of the wig that will fall in the face. And make sure you're placing the hair as close together as possible to cover up that cap. And that's a method I've been playing around with that I really like. You do 2 2 1 1. Maybe I'll do it again. I just did it. I love that. But we'll talk about that later. I'm still playing around with it, but I love it. And now we are just about done. It is going to be time to go ahead and style her on up. Make sure you don't have any holes. Move the hair around. Make sure everything is covered. I moved the hair around. I wanted to add some more hair right here, and you see how it's a very small piece, and it's the knotless method. That way you have 2 pieces. And we are done. This Hawaiian Silky is going to be your best friend. All you need. Okay? Get you some. Really good. I highly recommend the Hawaiian Silky. So before I touch the hair, I rub some on my hands and I'm going through it, doing a light trim. I want the person who receives this wig to be able to put her on and not have to do a whole lot, but still be able to customize it. So I just went through, did a nice trim, kept the length, kept as much of the length as I could on there. I want the person to be able to wear it to the left, the right. This hair, I love Water Wave. Do you hear me? It is so pretty. And it takes forever to cut curly hair, y'all. Like, you have to walk away, then come back. And just playing around with it some more. I recommend doing this on your head if you're making a wig for yourself. Put it on. And here is the final look. She turned out so cute. This chick will be on my website to purchase. You have to be a fan of big hair for Water Wave. You really do. So this is, and see how you can flip it on the other side, girl. Oh my gosh. But I used 4 packs, a small piece from a 5th pack. And she's so pretty. If you enjoyed this video, you will love this one. So check it out. Thank y'all for watching. See you in the next one.